Well, good day and welcome. And today we're going to have a look what how my vaping journey went on and what I did buy after the Kelpie. And after the Kelpie, I fiddled around on the internet and I found a tank which I have never seen anywhere on any other side. And it was this one. It's called the Pharaoh Mini. It's from Flavour, and the reason I didn't find it on any other side is because it is bloody old. It's from 2017, but I only bought it 3-4 months ago, and I looked at the reviews and they were mixed. That can only be said. They were mixed. There were some who said, "Oh, it's an excellent flavor banger," and others who said, "This thing leaks out of all holes you can possibly have." Now, let's have a look down low and see what it looks like, how it's constructed, what Rip Tripper and DigiFlavor did on this, and then we come back and have a little talk about it. See you later. So here we are with the Pharaoh Mini. Dropped it. That's what it looks like. Just give me a look. I have a tomb of a pharaoh here, or the outer mummy hall, a sarcophagus, whatever you want to call it. Then a pharaoh on this side. You can see it has a juice control right over here, and it has the airflow control right down here. So let's start from the top. It comes with this drip tip, which apparently is a Rip Tripper drip tip. For me it's a bit wide. The package comes with another drip tip, which is this one here. That's normally what I rock. Looks and it will look like that. Otherwise just a tad too wide. I'm not used to that. Right, here we have the drip tip. Then how do you fill it up? You just unscrew it. It has a screw point, and then you have 3 massive fill ports right over here. That's where you drop in your juice. Then you have this screw here on top. Get to that in a minute. Then at the bottom you have the juice flow control, which you control with the ring right over there. And it's quite stiff, I can tell you now already. I'll get to that as well. It's quite a stiff thing to turn. And then you have the airflow control, which has clicks. It's not a click-free airflow control. It goes through several clicks. Then at the bottom you have Pharaoh Mini, Don't Vape in a Bin, Rip Tripper signature, and manufactured by DigiFlavor. That's it. That's the one. Now the Pharaoh Mini also comes with an extended glass, which is this one right over here. And then it comes with this piece, which is the chimney extender. So you can screw that on and extend your chimney that way. I rocked it before that way, but obviously right now I'm just going to show you the way it comes. Take this apart. You can obviously take, yeah. That is one of the problems I have with this. It is very, very hard to screw and unscrew this. It is, those threads are not fantastic, not at all. Right, and we have, look at the deck here. Let's take that from the back. Here we go. Have a look at the deck. It has these clamps, spring-loaded clamps. Very, very nice. They work very well. It's just one screw, and you see the airflow in the center, and then the 2 juice wells on the side gets the juice from either side. Then let's have a look at the tank itself. That is still like this. So you get a tool with it, which there it is, right in front of me. And this tool you use to unscrew this screw right over here. So if you want to clean this bugger, You can do that by just popping that screw out, and you can unscrew the top. Here you go. Glass comes off like that, and then you have the chamber right over here. There's a bit of an angle to it right on top. It's not exactly domed, as you can see from the outside, but it has that little bit of an angle to it. And as I say, if you want to put the extension on, right, just fell now into the box. That won't come out. Here we go. You put the extension on like that, and then you put the longer glass on, so then you have the extended, bigger tank capacity. I'm not going to do that now, so I'm going to pop that together. I cleaned that up before I started here. Let's make have this the right way around. Here we go. That's how it works. So you put that on, and then you put the screw on, which I guess is a security mechanism for when you use the juice flow control, which goes so heavy, so difficult to move. You don't unscrew the entire tank, so you have this security screw in here. Then it comes with this tool to secure it. Here you go. So that's the tank section again. But obviously we are now much more interested in the build section, which we have right over here. Right. So this is what it looks like. We're going to pop a coil in here. Now what coil we're going to put in here? I put a triple core fused Clapton. There's 23 times 26 at the core, 36 as a wraparound. Haven't used that coil in here before, so I thought, well, that would be a good opportunity to have a go at that. Here we go. There you see it. Either put it that way around, and the nice thing with this clamp system is you can also put it the other way around, because things go in either way. Let's unscrew it just a little more to make life around this camera a little bit easier for me. Here we go. Right. So this has a 2.5 millimeter inner diameter, and if you look at it, you might get away with a 3, but I thought, not going to make life difficult for me in front of a camera. Enough bug-ups, don't need to have another one. Here we go, and then you just tighten it lightly. Let's turn around this way and see where we are. We can get my coil master, just push it a little bit over. Yeah, we want to have it a little bit over to that side. So let's unscrew it here so we have it a bit more in the middle. How about that? Yeah, that looks much better. Just tighten it a tad. Tighten it a tad more. Tighten it a tad more. And even tighten it a tad more. Here we go. So that's where we are. We can see this thing is a tad on the low side. So we're going to lift the whole coil up a little bit. You guys must shout if I'm off camera, because I always forget that my camera window is only that small. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's go a bit closer. Here we go. Now that looks about right, huh? What do you think? Is that enough space from the deck to the coil? Yeah, I think that'll do. Right. Let's just give it another tight. And before I forget again, to bed this in before I wick it, I try to remember to bed it in. So we cut the coil here. We cut the coil there. Again, we want to make sure we are cutting pretty close. Maybe that's not close enough here. Here we go. Right. Done. Here we go. Let's bed this in a little bit. Here we go. Just slowly pulse it. You let it come from the outside. Yeah, this is a nichrome coil, as you can see by the colors which gets developed here. We're getting somewhere. So what we're going to do now, we just take our pole or whatever you used, just rub it a little bit in the middle here. See where are we height-wise? Still good? Yeah, still good. See if that helps us. Give it a bit of a stroking. Here we go. From the inside out, that's perfect. Right. Now, for my next trick, ladies and gentlemen, I need a volunteer from the audience. No, I don't. I need some wick. So let's hope I haven't taken too much wick, because this is only a 2.5 millimeter inner diameter coil. So here's my wick. Just roll it up a little bit. And then we pinch and twist. Pinch and twist quite a bit, so we get that to this very narrow 2.5 millimeter. It's nearly there. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, cool. Pull it through. Quick, quick, quick. Here we go. We're in. Right, now I'll try to remember how I wick this. Now the thing is that this is a finicky RTA to wick, and yeah, and I don't know why I got it. I got it a couple of months ago, so well, maybe a bit more, but yeah, pretty recently. Thinking that this is actually a pretty old RTA. I think it's from 2017, if I have it correctly. So this is not a new RTA at all. So let's see where we want to go with this. We want to go to the bottom, so we cut it right over here. Oh, those scissors. And on the other side we do the same. We go right to our first step, just make a little mark with the scissors. That's where we are. Right, now we want to have this in here. I tell you what, I don't use it very often anymore, this particular tank, because it's a flooder. It floods very, very easily, and yeah, others have wonderful success with that, and others says they have given up on it. So let's see where we are, which side we are coming down. So I just push it in and let it fall down. That's all I do. Get it in there without forcing it in there. That's basically what it boils down to. So we make sure this is all lined up very nicely. softly does it. Here we go. And that's more or less what it looks like. Got it in here, got it in here. There you go. Got it in here. So we're gonna wet it up with something. What are we gonna wet it up with? Do something. What about Hawaiian Haze? Haven't had that in a while. Hawaiian Haze, which is a one-shot, which I just mixed up myself. Here we go. So we make sure that this thing is primed generously. Right, we just give it a bit of a... Yes, it's a new coil. Here we go. Seems to be doing the trick here. That's quite awesome. Then we put this on. Just, yeah, there's the click. And you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear it's crunchy. You don't want this to be crunchy. But it just is. And now you can see the juice flow control right over here. Let's just sharpen this up a bit. Here we go. There's the juice flow control. Let's put this light away for a minute. Go, now you can see better. So that's how you open it. That's how you close it. It has quite a bit of weight to it. So let's keep it closed before to put in the juice. My Hawaiian Haze. Here we go. Juice holes nice and generous. There's no problem there. And obviously with the bigger glass you have around about 4.5-5 milliliter capacity, so you'll be... I just thought I'll rock it with a small glass because I've never rocked it before with a small glass. And maybe some of my problems are because of the big glass, who knows. Then the other tip I got is that when you close this up, you should just, you know, give it a couple of turns here and then do the Boreas trick. Now those who know the old Boreas atomizer is when you have a screw top like this and you screw it down, you actually press the juice into the deck. Well, even with the juice flow control closed, that might possibly happen. So the trick I was told is just to turn it around, wait till the juice is gone, and then you can close it up completely, because then there is no juice which can go into the deck. There will be only air. Turn it back around, and that's it. There is the Pharaoh. Let's open the juice flow control. Here we go. Let's just go half, be conservative here. Here we go, and there you have the Pharaoh Mini by Flavour and Rip Trippers, juiced up, wicked up, and ready to go. I'll see you upstairs. Well, and here we are back with the Flavour and Rip Trippers Pharaoh Mini. There it is. It is on the Aegis Legend, and I vape it at around about 41 watts. It has a 0.17 coil in. That's still the same triple fuse, still the same wick. And it is fantastic. It really is. I think I need to put this back into my rotation. Now, what's happened in the past is that it just leaked. Whatever I did and whatever technique I used and whatever, you know, I looked up the internet to see what would be the best thing to do, how we can you know, get this going properly. what is everybody's talking about? Where's the great flavor? Well, the great flavor is now there. It's still the same wick I had in the down low. It's a day after the down low, and it's still fantastic. It's still fantastic. I had juice in overnight, didn't leak. So I don't know. If maybe it's a triple fuse Clapton. That's the first time I ever had you know, I had a normal Clapton in here, but never had a triple fuse Clapton in here. So maybe that makes a difference. Maybe my wicking has improved, and I just by accident nailed it. Maybe it is the extension glass which I took down and didn't use the extension glass and just used the normal glass. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not leaking at all. I'm having loads of fun with it. As you can see, I just refilled it again, and it's chucking away. So I'll tell you what I didn't like about it from the very beginning. You saw that other drip tip, that fat drip tip which was on there, the so-called drip tip. That was way too big for me. Luckily it comes with another one, this one which you see right on here, which is nice and comfortable. There's nothing wrong with it. It's also not too low. I don't like these low drip tips. I don't know about you guys. Some people love them. I know Mike Waves, he always comes out with these low drip tips. I'm not a fan. I normally just swap them out with something a bit higher, a bit more comfortable for me. Then you obviously have to do the trick when you fill it up. You know, I still do the Boreas trick, you know, screw it up upside down, so in order not to press juice down and so prevent leaking. So that's another thing. Another con for me is that I can't put the extension on without having any leaking. Something maybe it's the extension piece, I don't know what it is, but something makes it leak when I put the extension on. And what is really the threads are not good. Let's be honest. It's hard to screw the deck off. It really is. You know, you need to get all your power and take a cloth and whatever, you know, to get this thing unscrewed. It's not falling together at all. It is you need, yeah, that is a bit of a disadvantage. The advantages of that is that it is a fantastic flavor banger. It has great flavor. It is a single coil, which I like. For a single coil, it is fantastic. Why do I like single coils? And I will be talking about dual coils a little bit later on when I get to my other atomizers, which I bought on my Vape Journey. But single coils they use less power, they use less juice, and today's single coils still have great flavor. So yeah, I know there are guys out there, dual coil, triple coil, quadruple coil. If that floats your boat, you know, that's great. I like my single coil atomizers. I also like dual coils. There are some dual coils which are in my permanent rotation, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. But a good single coil RTA is really something which stays with you and which you can use as a daily flavor banger. I'm still not confident enough to take this one out because I'm afraid it might just leak on me. But since I have this built in there, it didn't. So maybe it will get my my attention again, and I'll do take it out. I have the juice flow control half open. Probably could have it full open, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. And it works just fine. So that was my next RTA, and I really enjoyed that. I really had lots of fun with that. Still do. I mean, I'm glad I did do this video so I can, you know, pull it out and drag it out again and give it another bash, give it another chance. And I'm happy. It really is great. Anyway, enough of me wobbling on. Thanks very much for popping in. Gave you my RTA was the Pharaoh Mini. And next video we'll have a look at my very first RDA which I bought. And if you just listen to me what I like, you might get an idea in what direction this is heading. Thanks very much for popping in, and you guys have a great vape life. Cheers.